You're watching TelecomTV from the MEF 17 event in Orlando. And I'm joined now by Nan Chen, President of MEF. Nan, good to see you again on TelecomTV.
Thank you.
Another year, another successful MEF event, accumulation of a year's activities, no doubt. The big news for me, though, at this event has been MEF 3.0.
Yeah, we are really excited about that. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you, the 3.0, it has to be the biggest, the boldest, and most revolutionary one ever since the formation of this organization. And the reason I say that is that if you think of what we've done with this organization, a form based upon making a new network, a suite of new services available based on a technology at the time called Ethernet, and primarily for enterprise. Making that carrier class is absolutely amazing thing we've done in terms of lay out the vision initially, and over several years after that, really prove out that vision. So if you think of that way, the MEF 3.0 is in the same, if not higher, in terms of vision and in terms of the task in front of us. And we really lay out this vision about 3 years ago when we launched what we call the third network. And people may consider, well, what's the third network? At the time, we defined third network as the agility and ubiquity of the internet, plus the performance and security of carrier Ethernet networks. So now we're on to the third network, as we created the second network, and deliver agile, assured, orchestrated services. That is a really big vision we laid out. And MEF 3.0, which we announced today at this event, is really about how do we realize that vision we lay out. In other words, we actually starting created another set of network services, really helping to grow this industry and delivering lasting value. So that's a big.
Because this isn't just an evolution of what you've done before. You're taking a new approach. There's some interesting aspects of this that are new. The certification, for instance, there's this cloud-based certification, subscription-based. There's a lot of new things in this.
Yeah, totally. People always say, what it is 3.0. It's really a transformational global services framework, and to define and deliver and certify agile, assured, orchestrated services across global ecosystems of automated networks. And then you kind of asking, how or why you're doing it. The reason is it's really simple. It's just from the user's perspective, because for the first time in the industry, we're able to empower users with dynamic performance and security required to thrive in the digital economy by combining sophisticated standardized services with LSO APIs. As a result, you provide cloud-centric, seamless experience, and with incredible or unprecedented, I would say, user and application directed control over network resources and service capabilities on a global basis. In other words, is the entire network resources on a global basis as users' fingertip. I mean, it's unbelievable what we lay out this vision. It's big, clearly. If Ethernet had been successful, this is really going to be making this industry, very much booming and growing. So I really think this is really important for end user perspective. And in terms of ability to deliver that, we have 4 components basically associated with MEF 3.0. Number one is a standardized orchestrated services, which start with dynamic Ethernet services, which we all know, and we'll continue to refine and define new ones, but also IP services, wavelength services, and sd-wan services, security as a service, and plus many other virtual services a year to come. And that's one service definition. Second one is really about LSO APIs. And the LSO APIs not only define the standards for intra-operator, but most importantly, inter-operator. So we can have that end-to-end service push a button, so to speak, or open an application or open an app on your mobile phone. So number 3 is building a new communities, which we've done it before. We have service providers, so we have vendors, and now we're adding software developers and partners with other SDOs to be able to work together to really help us to move things forward. And with that, we created a virtual community, we call it MEF, which allow everybody, all parties, to be able to develop, testing, and integrate all the MEF 3.0, either prototyping or eventual demonstration of those services. So we're really excited about that. Last but not least, which you mentioned about certification. This is also transformational to us because now we deliver certification not just by shipping boxes around and testing sample circuits. We actually be able to test that from a cloud-based connectivity services, be able to deliver that certification on demand at push a button. So we reduce certification not only from hours or days to seconds and minutes, but also be able to do that in a way where people can certify anytime the real circuit, not just a test circuit. So that's really, really incredible. So we're excited about it.
And this framework, to me, it appears maybe it's more accessible to a broader range of service providers and the community, and maybe at some point enterprise involvement.
As a matter of fact, we in that partnership, I neglect to mention that we still under the wrap, and we're working with the enterprise and starting to group them together to really helping us to get the requirements right. As they are the top of the food chain, so to speak, they're the ones who are really kind of guiding through as far as the directions in terms of both connectivity services or network as services, where that direction is. So they will be able, especially the multinationals, where they actually have big stake in how these services can be developed, how they're going to be using it, and what would be most beneficial to them. So we're really working with them as well.
Great. Nan, thank you very much.
Thank you.